Hello everybody, welcome to another wonderful episode of the Chessbait Drivecast, where I share my equally controversial topics and my equally controversial opinions. So buckle up, turn that stick to drive, unless if you're driving a stick shift or shift stick or whatever it's called, manual, and make sure to turn that heater up to full, because that's going to be obstructing our sound. I'm actually going to turn that off. It's not necessary right now, so I'm just going to keep that in the back burner. So today's topic of discussion is going to be vaccines. I know I talk about conspiracy theories a lot, and admittedly, I really do got to stop talking about conspiracies, just because they're conspiracies for a reason. They don't really have any hard proof evidence, and all the evidence that they do bring are kind of, how do I say this? I don't want to say crackhead energy, because that is a term that white people use to make themselves seem crazier than they really are. Okay, I get it, girl. You have crackhead energy. You don't really. I bet the most crackhead energy you ever get is when you go to when you watch The Bachelor with like 3 of your other girlfriends, and go to a party to just get a little bit tipsy, which is basically just the equivalent of drinking 2 beers. I don't know. Not speaking from personal experience, but that's what I assume. People call themselves a little more quirky than they really are. Dude, I go ham, man. I've been taking half measures for way too long, and I've told myself from now on, no half measures. We're gonna go all the way now. But we're not here to talk all the way about my opinions about being basic. We're here to talk about my opinions on the new COVID vaccine, which I don't know what the news on it is because these are always recorded weeks in advance. I did the math and I realized that half of the videos that I talk about where I expected to be in January actually were in February, and it's just a mess, man. Like, I told myself I'm gonna upload all these videos a month in advance, and I'm doing it. I'm somehow pulling through. I'm somehow managing to put videos up every day. I mean, it also helps when, my good buddy Seashaw is, finally filling in some of the holes where I'm lacking. Filling in parts of the schedules where I'm just, forgetting to. I did record, but I haven't edited and uploaded them yet. That's besides the point. Everything up to now is already not pre-recorded, but basically everything that's been uploaded up to now was already done a month ago. That's how far ahead I've become at this point. And the reason why I'm not even talking about vaccines anymore. I'll get back to that topic. The whole reason why I'm doing these so often, like today, I believe is, December 30th. That's when I'm recording this. I bet this is probably going to be uploaded on, February 14th. Just random date. But it's pretty far ahead, and that's not without reason. That's because I have to keep pumping these out, and it's because, oh shoot, where did my form go? Oh my gosh, dude. There was a form that I was supposed to fill saying that I'm going to be leaving because of school and whatnot, and I think someone might have thrown it away, which is wonderful. No, maybe I still own it. Man, that's so embarrassing. I thought I had it, and then it turns out I don't. Okay, note to self, I definitely need to fill up that form and turn it in Friday, because, wow, I've fallen behind. Anywho, what was I talking about again? Half measures, full measures, being basic. I forget. Since I forgot, I'll just go back to the topic of it. Oh yeah, stuff being uploaded months in advance. I'm going to stop working at the end of the week, and I'm not really going to be doing these Drivecasts anymore, because I don't really have a reason to drive anywhere anymore. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Vaccines. What are they, and what's it all about? Okay, everybody knows that vaccines... Okay, not everybody. I shouldn't say that. There's so many people that don't believe in vaccines and think that they know so much more about science than other people. Like, you guys probably all know the Reddit post of someone on Facebook saying instead of putting all these chemicals in people's blood, they should put a weaker form of the virus into people's bloodstream, so that way the blood could white blood cells could be more prepared for future attacks. Like, no, duh, that's what a vaccine is. You think we're just gonna put You think we're just gonna put lead and polonium into our bloodstream? That's not how it works. I mean, sure, certain whatchamacallit, certain vaccines probably do have a little bit of trace amounts of light in them, but like probably to the point where it's considered safe. You know, the FDA is really, really rough on vaccines in general, so they're not going to pass anything really stupid. Like the only problem that I have with the FDA is supplements, because for some reason, as long as you call something a body weight loss supplement, or I don't know, overall health cholesterol control level supplement, they can put whatever the heck they want in there, which is where all the snake oil, where all the snake oil tycoons come in. Like, ooh, welcome to Goop. I hate to call out on Goop, but everybody knows what it is. It's a giant scam. Welcome to Goop, where now that I think about it, they're probably going to send a cease and desist to me. Welcome to Poog. That's backwards. Yeah, Pogo. I don't know. Welcome to Snake Oil Place, where we talk about... Oh, that's a dog. Okay. Where we show you how these, the vibrations of these crystals are going to enhance your performance in, I don't know, in whatever you want to do. Because the sine waves correlate with the brain waves in your head. Like, no, there's nothing scientific about that. You don't show me any numbers. You don't show me any proof. Like, even with birth control pills, sure, the math may be wrong, but at least you're showing me a percentage. Like, it's 98% effective. No, it's not 98%. It's not 98% effective. It's probably... There's a whole 3 blue 1 brown video on vaccines and their usefulness, or just any medical procedure and their usefulness, and he talks about how statistically you can't actually say something is 98% effective. You can only give them a certain score, which tells you the likelihood, well, how do I say this? The understanding of the doctors on how the margin of error is decreased by a factor of 10, by a factor of 7. And that proves that after you take this virus, you are 10 times less likely to actually get the virus. Which, in the grand scheme of things, is still a lot. Especially when you consider people visiting other family members for Christmas. That's gonna cause a giant spike in the trend. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm probably sure that by the time you guys are watching this, there already has been a bunch of news reports talking about it. Because it hasn't been 2 weeks for me. They release all the reports a week or two after all the dates, so they don't actually know the data until then. It makes sense. It takes a while for data to come in, like they talked about with the election. But we're not going to talk about that because we told ourselves we're going to step back from those topics. I don't know. Like, I get that Pfizer did a really good job bringing the vaccine in record time, and I do mean record time. Like, we've been in a pandemic for less than a year, and somehow the vaccine for coronavirus is already out and almost ready. Everybody talked about, hey, the Russians made a crackdown version of it, and it's gonna make all of us die. But the WHO figured out a way to actually get the vaccine working. And sure, there's certain strands that may not be effective against it, and that's certain people's faults. I'm not going to point fingers, but I don't know. Personally, I'm just really happy that the vaccine is out. I am really skeptical about it because, like I said, unless if the scientific community became absolute gods at creating medicine and somehow absolutely just cheesed their way into making an effective vaccine, I'm not really gonna trust it all too much. Like, I'm still gonna eventually get the vaccine and make sure that I'm not gonna die of COVID or anything. But it is a little, I don't know. The transition period is gonna be so awkward. Like, think about how society is gonna be after coronavirus is no longer a thing. Like, certain people are still gonna be wearing masks after the whole pandemic is over, just because they're still paranoid. Not paranoid, but still just really, really careful about everything. And certain people are just going to still wear masks just because it's become part of culture. We've been doing it for so long that it's kind of just become a giant habit. It's just a weird thing to think about. The transition period between lockdown and social distancing to, we don't need to worry about that anymore. It's going to be such a weird band-aid to rip off. That's the best analogy I can think of. Unfortunately, I do have to end it early today because I am going to be a little late if I come in late. I hope you guys enjoyed this another wonderful edition of the Chessbait Drivecast. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff down below. And I will see you guys, I don't know, sometime next time. Bye-bye, and peace.